gonna figure this shit out. Lid don't seal and the gauge is cheap. Cokes in smoke while the neighbors sleep. Slap the chops down, hear that fucking sizzle. Just a cheap smoker and a spritz of vinegar drizzle. Don't need a fancy rig to feed my hunger. Turning up the heat until my fists feel younger. No rules cooking for the broken and the bent. This is DIY heaven, every damn cent well spent. I'm the master of this shitty grate. I'm the master of this shitty grate.
Alright, so today we're going to see if you can get a cheap grill from Amazon like I did. I got one that's like tabletop, so the way we shoot our videos and stuff. So anyway, we'll see if we can put this thing together, and I'll tell you the model in a minute, whatever. And we'll see how good this is, because yeah, want to get back until I get my pit balls up and running. I need something I can start smoking again. So let's do this, America. All right, we're gonna put this bad boy together. Look, I'm sounding like Doug. Doug loves to say bad boy. I'm going to get all the parts out, lay it out, figure out what I need, what I don't need. It was pretty simple. I mean, I think the whole thing took me about a half hour putting those legs on. It's cheap. I mean, like anything was heavy. It's a thin, thin metal. It's not like I expect this thing to last me a lifetime, but yeah. Overall, it's until I get my pit balls up and running again, it's going to help me out. I mean, I do have my drum still. My stick smoker. But sometimes you don't want to go through all that hassle. You just want something easy. So, and look at that. It's looking pretty good. It's because I put parts in I was supposed to, because I got still got to wipe it down with oil, but it was very easy, and like I said, I think it took maybe a half hour total. So but that part I'm going to recommend. It's like anybody put it together. Even though I'm not going to say so easy, even I can do it, because I mean I've done a lot of physical things in my life, putting things together, building decks, building computers, building all kinds of stuff. So, but it's coming along. I think you guys would, for what it was under $70. I think you guys would enjoy it if you used it. Then we're gonna go in and clean it up. Now I'm gonna lay the oil down. Who's gonna lay the oil down? I'm gonna lay the oil down. Take that oil, and you can't stop me, cheap smoker. And this just going to give it all a nice wipe down, and that's going to help it from rusting. If you don't, it could rust pretty easy. So, and then we're going to start our first cook. Here we go. Getting the charcoal in. I do add more charcoal afterwards. I realized that I could have done some more. And I didn't even use my chimney. I don't know why. I'm going this way. Just testing it out. But hey, it caught fire. It worked good, and so let's go ahead and see what I make with it. Let's see what kind of smoke we get out of this thing. So anyway, we're going to move on to our next step. What are you doing, Joey? Get your toy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Alright, so instead of putting chewy on the smoker, I'm going to go ahead and put on some pork chops. So let's go. I'm going with my War Pigs. If you never used this is just a great pork blend. It's my go-to. I keep buying it over and over again. Yeah, I like salt, pepper, garlic too. Don't get me wrong, but this has a few other things, and if I was smart enough, I'll just read off the ingredients to you. Maybe I'll put it down in the description. How about that? Hopefully I remember. And just gonna season up both sides. The only thing I don't like about it clumps. It clumps. I don't like that. Every bottle I ever bought, it clumps. So you have to get in there and break it up. But we're gonna put our pork chops down. Hello, pork chops, my old friend. So. And we're going to go in and look at those. I mean, come on. Those are freaking huge pork chops. So I'm going to get my 5 on there. And we're going to put our lid back on. The way this tower is, you can't put the top on just the lower side and do that. You have to build it up. So the heat's going to build up through the whole chamber. And then you kind of just slide it into place. So, but I mean, it works. I mean, the only thing is, instead of taking a little lid off, you're taking a big chamber off, as you can see there in the background. But we're just going to do this, and I think this is the part where, yeah, okay, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to temp them because, we want them not to overcook. But I mean, look at those things. Getting nice little grill marks on them. And I don't want to overcook them because I'm going to reverse sear them at the end. So they're going in the house on a acrylic, not acrylic, whatever, cast iron thing. So they're ready to go. Here we go. Like, if I can speak this English, I would. And we're going to pull them all off. And I mean, the charcoal's holding up. I did add a little bit more, but not on camera, but I did it. So let's go on and reverse sear these. All right, here we go. Gonna fill these in. They're too big for them all to fit. I'm only gonna be able to get 4. I think I only go with 3 and then do 2 separate, if I remember correctly, because I'm doing a voiceover. Yeah, but some people swear by the reverse sear. Some people swear about doing searing it and then putting it in. I think if you're not good at checking your temp as you go, you might want to just sear them first, because that helps keep the juices in. If you check your temperature as you go, well, then you're still good. If you pull them out in time to get them to the temp you want, they'll still be juicy. And so that's what I've been doing. And we'll take that one out. I'm going to put another one in because, hey, they all got to cook. And so anyway, hopefully that helps people out. It's like, what's the difference between reverse searing and searing afterwards? You're just checking your temps. But to get food right, you have to make sure you keep your temperatures right. Otherwise, they're gonna be dry, and you don't want them dry. And pork cooks like a steak now. It's not the old days where it's got to be cooked to 175. To make sure you don't die, because that's not how they're raised anymore. So, time to plate. Got my little fancy little. I don't know. Some restaurants serve food on these little trays, and I like that. So that's why you keep seeing them in my videos. So anyway, that's my pork chop. That's a baked potato. I did it steakhouse style, and I topped it with sour cream, and I had a Texas queso, which was brisket and cheese, 2 different types of cheeses, and pico de gallo, all mixed together. Very delicious. They sell it at my HEB. I pretty much buy everything at HEB. And then I put together a nice little salad, and this thing was delicious. And I'm taking some pics right now. All right, time to taste this. Gotta get past a little fat there on the edges, like me. I got a little, on the edges. I got a little bit of that fat going on there, But this is very tasty. It's in a minute you're gonna get to see the smoke ring on this, and it's done. When you cook meat, the rawest part's always going to be in the middle. Right, when I say raw, that's my New York accent. But the least cooked part's always going to be in the middle. And I got a nice smoke ring there. It's nice and pink. But you get in the middle, and it's a lot. It's not as pink as as the smoke. So believe me, when you look at it, it's like, oh my God, it's eating it raw. I'm not. That's a smoke ring. And there was a huge smoke ring on here with all that smoke going on. It was very, very nice. I was very, very happy. The smoke added a lot of flavor. So to give my review on the smoker itself, even though I'm not being paid for it, smoker worked pretty good. For a light smoke type thing like this. I mean, I'm not cooking a brisket on it. I'm not going to cook a pork butt on it. If I want to throw some chicken, I want to throw some pork chops, something like that. Some wings. Yeah, I'm down. That's going to do its job. It's going to do its job pretty well. So, you know, anyway, and the one I bought, buy any of them. They're a dime a dozen. You can go on Amazon and look for something like that, and there's like 10 different manufacturers, if not more, to make something look almost exactly like what I bought. So, and if you wanted to, turn it into a more professional thing, you can get all kinds of gaskets and sealers, and but it's a thin plate metal thing, shield around it, so it's never going to be great. But it's for this type of thing right here, making other stuff, and you guys will love it. All right, and what do we always say? Just cook the damn food. Look at Chewy wagging his tail. Yeah, Chewy, you teach that toy his boss. Don't take no guff off that toy. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Love you all.